Welcome back. Let's talk some health. Alera, you like to talk health, right?
We need to talk health because it's a major challenge in our country.
Yeah. Okay. So ANPA, that's Association of Nigerian Physicians in the Americas, represents the professional interest of 4,000 plus physicians, dentists, and allied health professionals of Nigerian birth, ethnicity, or
4,000 of them are over there.
Plus.
Oh,
No,
these are the ones who are even members. So there's more than that. Oh, my God.
In the United States, Canada, and the Caribbean, provide a platform for medical and scientific dialogue on issues of health within North America, the Caribbean, and Africa, pertinent to persons of descent from the Nigerian diaspora. The Association of Nigerian Physicians in the Americas was incorporated in 1995 for educational, scientific, and charitable purposes as a tax-exempt non-profit organization under Section 501C, sub 3 of the Internal Revenue Code. That's in the Americas.
Over there.
Yeah. Now, we have in the studio members of ANPA who will tell us about the vision and what they're doing and how they intend to change the health landscape.
What they're doing here at the moment.
And all of that. So, please join us to welcome, I'll start with the lady, Dr. Shemaine, who's the president of ANPA. Welcome back.
Thank you.
The last time you were here, you were just elected, right?
No, I was still the president-elect then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You had just been elected.
That's correct.
So now you're president.
Yes, you're talking about women in high places.
And
She's the president of ANPA.
Okay. Dr. Jide Bamigboye, who's a board member and advocacy representative. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for inviting us.
Also here is Dr. Cliff Eke, who is the chair of medical surgical outreach. Welcome.
Thank you.
So you do all the cutting up?
Yes.
Okay,
I love
all
your
right.
voice.
Thank you very much. Glad to be here.
You're on air.
Yeah, oh, sorry. I said I love I'll borrow the voice later.
No problem.
Dr. Shemaine, let's tell us a bit about ANPA, the vision. I mean, I basically reeled out the history there. I must be very intelligent. But tell us a bit about the vision of ANPA and what it's been like.
So ANPA, as you mentioned, is the Association of Nigerian Physicians in the Americas. We have a single vision, which is a healthier Nigeria in a healthier world. You reeled out many things that we'd like to do as part of our mission. So this year, as part of our mission, as part of what ANPA does, we are here for what we call our ANPA Week. Last year, it was the same. So our goal is to help improve the healthcare of the Nigerian citizen, one person at a time. We're contributing our quota and giving back to the community. We hope that in doing this, we'll help to influence and change how healthcare delivery is improved in the country. So this time, we came in with over 70 doctors coming in from the United States. Let me correct myself. We came in with over 70 providers, and these providers comprised of not just physicians. We had nurses, we had pharmacists. This time, we collaborated with the National Association of Pharmacists and Pharmaceutical Scientists in America, and they provided and came with us about 15 pharmacists to join a delegation, partner with us as a full partner, coming on board so we can provide this care. We also brought along with us other members of the diaspora. In effect, I'm talking about the fact that we brought along with us Davida Bridge of Life, a charitable arm of a large chain dialysis company that provides chronic disease prevention. And they came along with us with about 7 to 8 of them, and we participated in a large-scale medical surgical outreach. We didn't just stop at that. We also came in with educational perspective to this ANPA Week and provided a lot of a conference, actually, that was championed with our NAFSA partners, throwing some light on opioid awareness and how to, improve it, recognize it, and improve its care in the country. And we didn't stop at that.
Okay. Let me stop you. If I let you go, I'm not sure the others will have a chance to tell us what's here. So Dr. Bangwe, 70 plus providers you came in with, and as a member of the board, would you say that since 1995 of incorporation, would you say that ANPA has been meeting that vision of improving the health care of the Nigerian one person at a time?
Yes, I believe we have been meeting those goals. Over the years, we started very little, and now we are so many. Last year, we had 30 providers. This year, we have 70.
More than double.
More than double. And this time is a collaboration so that we can meet the care of our patients. The more hands on deck, the better for the care of the patients. So ANPA, by itself, now collaborating with a whole lot of people, has brought more to the table in the care of the patients.
Okay. Now, Doctor, okay, this year, 70 providers, what specific areas are you looking at?
Good question. So I'll give you the details of our mission. It's ANPA medical, surgical, dental, and even ophthalmic mission, which is eyes. And for this, we saw about 3,000 medical patients.
You have seen already?
We have. This is in 6 days. And this was in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. At 3 locations. The primary care centers were at Jiwa, at Tungu Kwaso, and all surgeons were at the Kubwa General Hospital operating. We performed 90 operations, including 35 eye surgeries and 55 other surgeries, such as neurosurgery. We performed general surgery, plastic surgery, and even obstetric and gynecology, O&G you call it here. We also performed 136 dental procedures.
Can I just put you on, can you just put a little comma? Now, I want to know more about the neurosurgery.
Yes.
You came with all your equipment and everything?
Yes, we come with our equipment, our consumables, and we came with a neurosurgeon, Dr. Chine Logan, wonderful Nigerian. Most of us are Nigerian, actually, are coming to give back.
So, were we able to provide the location for a successful operation?
Yes.
And good ambience?
Yes. At the Kubwa General Hospital, once we arrived, they have 2 main theaters, and we're able to, one of them, convert it to more suitable ambience and environment for him to perform some spinal surgery, laminectomy, even fusion, and most importantly, a young child, 7 months of age, who has meningomyelocele, which is where there's an outbulging of the fluid from the membrane that surrounds the spinal cord, as well as the spinal cord and the brain are bulging this way, and this baby will die if nothing is done. Our neurosurgeon, along with a plastic surgeon, and our pediatric anesthesiologists and our pediatricians, ICU people, were able to take care of this child, and she's doing fantastic.
You know, the other side of this thing is, year in, year out, you come in for these missions.
Yes.
And there are those who are concerned. Permit me, maybe I'll take it back to Dr. Bangwe here. There are those who are concerned about the transfer of this knowledge. I mean, you come in, you do the surgeries, you go, and I happened a couple of weeks ago, actually started with a doctor who was talking about how these medical missions are coming at the UNTH, for instance. They come in for medical missions and they go, but no transfer of knowledge. So it's the same people that come back to do this, and when
Next
they go,
year.
who does the follow-up?
Good.
And some of those people that are operating...
Yes. So this year we've done what we call capacity transfer. We have other local doctors joining us. When they perform these surgeries, we have other local doctors there. And when we see, we had a meeting with, there were some people from the National Association of Resident Doctors who came to stay with us at the site. Now, the skill transfer is something that ANPA has been really interested in doing. And this year we really did what we call helping babies breathe, which was a way to reduce infant mortality. People were invited from all over the country, to attend this training program. So that's one way to transfer. The other way to transfer is, direct visualization. When you're doing the procedure, the person is there with you. Now, people do go. Now, when we go and leave, we don't just leave the patients there. We hand them over to their local partners.
But Dr. Mamboye, it's not enough for me to witness one surgery for me to be able to do it.
Correct.
I need practice,
Yes.
and the expert being there with me to put me through. I need to do it several times in front of him before I can actually do it on my own.
Yes, correct. So
if we can take over from there, that's why in partnership with the Federal Ministry of Health, they've actually come up with a program called Diaspora Professional Healthcare Initiative. So this is, the goal here will be where this same diaspora physicians, not just in ANPA, Mansa camp at South Africa and Germany, NMA, will come in for a month at a time and will work at different institutions, working with the locals and doing this kind of training. So it will no longer be the 1 week that we come in for ANPA, it will be the 1 month. And this is fully supported by the Federal Ministry of Health and the minister right now. In fact, the paper, it's going into the legislation for approval, and we're hoping to start a pilot program sometime in June this year. So that will take care of that.
Okay. Now I can smile a little bit. So let's go back to the surgeries you were talking about. The ones you talked about, the little child that was saved. Based on it. What are the remarkable ones did you guys?
Well, we did a major general abdominal surgeries. Somebody with an incisional hernia, for example, that requires a large piece of mesh prosthetic to fix. It takes about 3-hour operation. We did successfully, and the patient went home. To go back to that capacity building, which is very important, before we come, we always have local partners. And of these local partners, we have consultants who will come and do the procedures with us. For example, the neurosurgeon, we have the neurosurgeon local that also helped. For me, as a general surgeon, we have general surgeons that work with me and also residents. And we share knowledge and teach. Not just us telling them, they also teach us because they're very innovative here. Because we have low resource in this country. I've learned a lot from our local surgeons. So when I go back there, and I don't complain much, I do more efficient.
You begin to thank God.
Yes, yes. And at the same time, we're doing the same things. Things like minimum invasive surgery, laparoscopy. We are hoping in the future to bring these things down, and then we can practice with our local physicians, and they will be able to do it with the help of this new initiative.
Dr. Melife, this is very interesting. I like the fact that you're learning from the locals. It's not just that we're coming from America, we're bringing everything, but there's something we can take away from here and go back and teach them in America. This is what we do in Nigeria. Okay, but now, this initiative you've talked about now that's backed by the Ministry of Health, good, but if you want to measure impact of ANPA in all these years, how much of impact would you say ANPA has made?
In 25 years, I would believe and I will comfortably say that ANPA has made a lot of impact. Year after year, we have given back to the community. So much so that actually this year, I will tell you that the location we went to, that the Emir of Jiwa, he was overwhelmed with what we brought to the table, and this is completely free to the community, that we, ANPA, since he actually said he has nothing to give us, nothing much to give us, but he could appreciate, and in that manner, we all left with 4 chieftaincy titles.
Each of you?
From each, every one of us, 4 chieftaincy titles.
What's the title you're given?
I can't pronounce the name, but I can tell you that I'm now the health ambassador of Jiwa.
Okay.
He got a title, Dr. Eke. He can tell you what it is in English.
But I'm the special advisor to the Emir.
Oh, do you speak Hausa?
He learned his own better than me, and then 2 other of our colleagues. So what I'm trying to tell you is that the impact is immeasurable, really. And in the process, we've also built partnership on ground that has been unbelievable. We could not have done what we did this year without our local partners. The business and professional women of Nigeria is a force to reckon with, because without them, we couldn't have provided the free services that we did. Along with them was Dagomo Foundation and the Junior Chamber International. And year in, year out, they participate in this outreach to bring out the patients and make sure that we maximize the number of people we provide care to.
And Dr. Bangwe, we can't but ask this question. I mean, all this, you're bringing this service to Nigeria every year free of charge.
Yes.
Free of charge to Nigeria, but somebody's paying for all this. You all have to fly down. You have to fly your equipment down. You have to stay somewhere. You have to eat while you're here. So where does ANPA get its funding from?
Okay, so I'll address some part of it, and the president will address the other part of it. Now, as far as the volunteers, that means the 70 people who came, they pay their own way to get here. And all the
God bless you all.
Thank you. And all the medicines that we brought, we paid to get them.
As in ANPA?
As ANPA, yes. You know, we had people who donated. Now, again, this year we partnered with NAPSA. That's the National Association of Pharmacists and Professional Scientists. They were also involved in getting some of these medications. So we have opportunities to buy these things, but we pay out of pocket. But on the other part, we have some assistance and help from other partners.
And like I said last time I was on in this show, I talked about the value of partners. And truly, it came to, it really came together this year. The Federal Ministry of Health was very, very helpful. And our partners, business and professional women, took care of all our feeding, all our transportation, logistics. They were awesome. Dagomo Foundation, which is another partner that came into fold, was very great in our logistics, making sure that things came to be the way it was. So we continue to look for partners. We've had a long-standing relationship with JCI, and with them and the partnership, we can do the outreaches, little flyers, the big banners, so that people will know where it needs to be. So the value of partnership cannot be underestimated. The Diaspora Desk with David, or the Diaspora Council with Honorable Abike Dabira was also very supportive in making sure that this is put out there and people are aware of what's going on. So partnership, you can't beat that.
You know, incidentally, while you were talking, a mail dropped in here, Marianne, saying they would like to partner with ANPA, because her question has to do with how much of information, or how did you go about informing the people or deciding where you're going to go? How did you pick the location? What determined where you go to? How did you inform the people? Is it the local partners that helped you inform them? Because she's saying, how can this free medical services be extended to the street children? Children who have no parents, who are roaming about, the motherless and all that. How do they get to know? How often do you pick these rural areas, and how do you decide which of these rural areas to go to? But the three of you will weigh in on this particular question when we come back from this break in a moment. Okay. Please don't go away. Welcome back. We still have the members of ANPA here. So that question I asked earlier about how do you determine where you're going to, how do you inform the people? We have a tweet this time from Uche P, who says people need information such as dates, times, and venues of the event to enable them come out and benefit from this program. So,
yes, so in the spirit of One Nigeria, we actually rotate where we go to. In the last 3 years, we've gone to Jos. Of course, our mission is yearly. So this is an ANPA-sponsored mission, is yearly. We have ANPA-certified missions, which runs all year round, different people that work with us. So basically, for the ANPA mission, yearly, we were in Jos a few years ago. After that, we were in Lagos State. And last year, we were in Anambra State. This year, we're in the north, here in the FCT. And next year, so I can give you ahead of time, that we're looking to go to Cross River State, rotating it. We allow our partners to help us with the dissemination of information so people can go. And in fact, we start screening. Like this year, we did start screening for at least 6 weeks so we can get our surgical cases, so we hit the ground running when we come in. I'll let Dr. Bamiboye and Dr. Cliff chime in on this.
So how do we get the children on the street, to be seen when we come here for the ANPA mission? So this is what we do. We usually will go and send people, our partners, to go out to be sure that they inform all the people that we're coming. Now this year, because we know the local government areas, we identify that each local government area has wards, and there are healthcare people who go there. So they go there knocking on doors, to let them know that this mission is going to be taking place. Now, if we're having a mission in FCT, we will not be going to Lagos State to be knocking on doors. They will hear about it. And we thank Channel TV for being there during the opening ceremony. And I'll let Dr. Cliff Eke.
Yes, you've said most of the things. Other thing is social media. However, we found out last year when we used social media, it was overwhelming. People came from Lagos, from different parts of the country to Anambra State. So we tried to limit it to, like he said, to the local area. And our partners here, like JCI, Dagomo, BPW, know the people locally and will advertise and bring. There's no shortage of patients.
So who decides what particular case, as in, because there are some people who tell you that their own case is more serious than the one that you just treated. So how is it that you left down and who decides that one?
Okay, so before we come, our local partner pre-screens the patients.
Okay.
But nothing happens till we get there because we want to make sure it's safe, especially for surgical procedures. And given the limited resources, we have to make sure we can do the surgery safely. So some people, unfortunately, we have to turn down if it's not safe. And even the safe ones and simple ones, we cannot finish them because of time. So what we've done now, and that's why our local partner is very important, we have a list of the surgeries we couldn't do, for example. And we met with the CMD of Kubwa General Hospital and gave him that list. And we left consumables for them and their staff to continue to finish
those surgeries.
So that's part of the continuity. And we are hoping to continue the partnership to do something more.
All right. Well, at this point, I would like to say thank you so much for...
Oh, no, before you go, your ANPA conference is coming up?
Yes.
Absolutely.
25th
So this is
anniversary.
our 25th anniversary.
Yeah.
And our conference will be on the last week of June, from the 26th of June through the 30th of June. And we have...
Where?
In Washington, D.C., which is easily accessible to everybody. And our guest speaker will be Chimamanda Adichie, and we'll be promoting women in healthcare. Obviously, as the first female president, it only makes sense. There will be a lot. There will be a lot for the men as well, because we make sure it's all global and all encompassing, and we can provide information. So please, Channels TV, as always, is completely welcome and expected to be there to continue to cover us. So thank you about that.
Thank you.
And,
thank you.
Thank you for inviting us.
We just have to go right now. There are a lot of mails coming in for you guys, but I'll let you read them off camera. So thank you so much, Dr. Shemaine Emelife, who's the president of the Association of Nigerian Physicians in the Americas. Thank you. Dr. Jide Bamigboye, board member and advocacy representative, and Dr. Cliff Eke, who's the medical chair of the Medical Surgical Outreach. Thank you all for sharing.
Thank you for inviting us.
Thank you.
Sunrise will be back in a moment. Please join us again.